harder and harder every day to secure that commitment that you want from us. You have decided to label any and all requests of basic respect and decency for yourself and your partner as misogyny. You say that there are no good men left. But the sad truth is, many of you refuse to rise to the level of being a good woman. And that is why, until further notice, these boys will keep clapping those cheeks and putting you in an Uber because they are providers of transportation to and from a life of dick appointments. Gentlemen, city girls are out for blood this summer and they're not taking any prisoners. It is time that we arm ourselves and prepare for war. It started with the unfathomably tragic news of Remy Ma cheating on Papoose. Jesse, the receipts.
Okay, you guys, so Remy Ma and Papoose could possibly be over and done for good. And this is all because Remy Ma allegedly cheated on Papoose with Easy the Block Captain. Now, not only did Remy Ma allegedly cheat with him, it's being said that Papoose actually put him to sleep.
And I walked past, I see Papoose, and it was kind of like an aggressive motion, and Papoose swing. Next thing I know, Easy was on the floor and there was a lot of commotion and people were running out of the room. Remy came in, her security came behind her, and then they closed the door and they were arguing. He did go night-night. Papoose put Easy, the Block Captain, to sleep last night.
If this is true and Easy, the Block Captain, slid up in Remy Ma, put her ankles behind her neck.
So not only did they have an eyewitness account of Papoose putting paws on Easy the Block Captain, fans also noticed that Remy Ma did not wish Papoose a happy Father's Day, and Papoose posted himself with his kids, no Remy Ma in sight, on his IG page. And he put the caption, "Family is everything, hashtag Happy Father's Day." Now, Remy Ma and Papoose met in 2004. Remy actually went to jail in 2008. She had an 8-year sentence. And Papoose really loves Remy because he married her while she was in jail, waited for her to get out of jail, and they've been rocking ever since. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Remy got out in 2014. So from 2008 to 2014, Papoose was waiting on her. And that says a lot because ain't no man about to do all that if he's not really truly in love with the woman. Now, it's no telling what was going on within their marriage. Of course, every couple has problems, but it seems like for him to knock that man out, I don't know. I'm kind of believing the rumors.
This is our lemonade moment. This is the male equivalent of Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce. This man, who famous in his own right, with a wide array of possible female companions, waited 6 years as Remy paid her debt to society. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh, no, Robbie, they had an understanding. He could do his thing until she got out. And to you, I say rubbish. Jesse, the receipts.
Check it out, yo. Google me, I'm well known in the Big Apple, AT&T. Reach out and touch you, I get at you, making M's like McDonald's. I'm a hustler too, so I gotta flip that over and get the W. You subbing on Instagram. One day, you gon' speak direct instead of the subway. Wearing gators, sipping Gatorade. Brand new polo, it was red, white, and blue like the Pepsi logo. Thieves obey they thirst like Sprite. No, I got the hammer. I was gambling in Las Vegas at the Tropicana. They fall like dominoes when I pop those shells. I'm universal. My name ring taco bells. Ship Coca-Cola, UPS. Get stars buck better. Netflix and chill for you be next. We be on the paper chase. they ain't lasting long, so I told them this ain't a sprint, this a marathon. I got it for the low like eBay and Amazon, so I stay fly like Delta with my carry-on, and US Bank with my Visa and MasterCard. All of my pieces stay hitting like Barry Bonds. The bug make me wiser, I'm the Oracle, check it. Leave them in a state of shock, this general is electric. Tools like Home Depot, inject the cartridge. Bought a weapon from Walmart, you just a target. Riding in a Tesla, street mogul. So even if it's a fraud, every man on my team mobile. I shine like a spectrum when your light goes off. Always acting like you hard, but you Microsoft. Somebody must have gassed you up like Exxon. For some reason you think you slick. Chevron, I see you got my name in your mouth like Colgate. You starting with a G like Gillette, yeah, okay. I'm blood related to money, it's all dandy. Give my Uncle Wells Fargo a check. He gon' clear me, this American expressed itself. I talk clearly, heard in every bank of America. The world hear me, make sure I pay my pals, make money, pill off daily. They all post me on their Facebook, they gon' share me, I got 2 twin cousins. Man of them boys fancy, got the same name. JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley. Now I got fish on my dish, no more candy. Linked in with the right people, they all fear me. My reign on the top was progressive before Sandy. Eat these rappers up like Chipotle, my thoughts scary. You boys hear me? Yo, they know what I entail, I'm the wisest. They used to wear wires, now snitches is wireless like Verizon. United we stand, we fall if we divided. Click on my YouTube, hope you subscribing. I'm riding in a ghost like Snapchat. We lay back, then we just turn the music up to the TJ Maxx, PNC, punching non-rappers right in they chin. I'm an immortal ball master. IBM, conquering verses strategically. CVS, I'ma kill it when I perform at South by Southwest. She gave you 7 humps and 11 kisses, she couldn't stand you. So she only gave you 2 humps like a camel. My Marlboro homies from Coney Island ablaze. Hater salty cause I got more chips than Lays. I got her sweating out her Estee Lauder. Killed the KFCs, L's and M's, alphabetical slaughter.
Do you know why boxers don't have sex for weeks before a big fight? It's because the excess testosterone from not ejaculating sharpens the mind quite considerably. That is the kind of freestyle that can only be spat by a man sitting on a 6-year-old nut. I bet you it got so bad at some point the doctor told Papoose he could no longer sleep on his back out of fear that the nut might roll down his abdomen and choke him in his sleep. And she cheated on him with the Wish version of Papoose with bad teeth. Ugh. And that about a bitch. If she at least had the decency to cheat on him with Drake, sure, it would have hurt just as much. But at least he could have snagged a Vlad TV interview out of it. Which obviously makes this an aggravating factor in this case, elevating the charge from cheating to betrayal. Because see, women by nature are hypergamous, meaning that they date across and up. Remy descended to the gutters. Not only out of all forms of common sense and decency, but also her true nature as a woman. This is beyond trifling. It is borderline criminal. Oh, but the city girls weren't done. They were not done. The blogs caught fire this week when a video of Keke Palmer mooning the world in a scandalous outfit at an Usher concert hit the airwaves. Just see the receipts. that video, the father of Kiki's child, a young man by the name of Darius Jackson, tweeted the following. The tweet said, "It's the outfit for me, though. You're a mom." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when the dams of the internet broke. Every woman and simp from London to South Sudan came out of the woodworks to call this young man insecure and abusive. Oh, how dare you tell a woman embracing her postpartum curves what to wear, you misogynistic monster. First of all, that whole postpartum body argument makes no sense to me. Yes, Akila had bee stings most of her life. But these newly acquired titties are for breastfeeding, not for shaking in Usher's face. Then there is the whole, oh, he should have had this conversation with her in private. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She embarrassed him publicly. She will take her talking to publicly. Unless, of course, she left the house appropriately dressed. Then somewhere between the house and the concert, she slid into a phone booth and transformed into Superho. Then at that point, my man has bigger problems, which should be discussed in a lawyer's office or a therapist's couch. But see, I'm of the school of thought that he was more upset about her demeanor with Usher than the actual dress itself. Kiki, you are 5 months postpartum. There are still remnants of stitches on the cooch. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand as a parent the need to go out and blow off a little steam from time to time. But there is a difference between blowing off a little steam and keep peeing in Usher's face like you don't got a man in your kitchen right now pouring your breast milk on his wrist to check the temperature. Imagine waking up to 600 Twitter mentions on a video of your lady double cheeked up, salivating over Usher like a thirsty Doberman. Ugh. Look, what you call insecurity is a man's natural God-given revulsion for signs of promiscuity in his woman. It's like that feeling you get when you're about to bite into a rotten apple. Your stomach turns and your mouth begins to water with disgust. Even the most liberated and secure amongst us, according to your standards. Like the good brother Adam 22 at the No Jumper podcast, who in a moment of extreme feminist allyship allowed for this Dragon Ball Z character to pound his wife's guts to butter. All in a show of support for her OnlyFans career. Oh, what a gem of a man. Liberals, I give you your Ubermensch. But see, even him, this multi-millionaire many times over, who could have bought his wife a chain of hair salons or a Mercedes dealership if all she wanted to do was work, but instead gave her the space she needed to chase her dreams of a throat full of man juice. Even him, this profile and courage of a man, even him is not immune to the ick. Jesse, the receipts.
Are you ready for my announcement?
This is Samoan work.
I would like to share this with you.
Oh, yeah, come on, cuz.
All right. And I feel like Destiny might have a perspective on this. But so I've been with my girl for 7 years. We just got married. We're not in an open relationship, but from a porn perspective, we shoot with other girls, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But no other guys is busting her coochie and asshole.
Well, you guessed it. Over the weekend,
Oh no.
Something like that happened.
she filmed her first ever scene with another man.
I know you was mad.
Shit.
You was angry.
I agreed to it, so I wasn't. I say angry might not be the word.
But you was kind of like disappointed a little bit. Like, you vibe like that's your cinch.
You know, I agreed to
hood.
it. She gave me a lot of outs on the way in. Like, she kind of kept telling me, like, if you don't want me to, I won't do it.
You should
know?
have said no.
I said that I wanted
You
her to
already
do
got
it. I'm
millions
like,
on top of millions of dollars, Adam. You didn't do that shit.
fair enough. But I
Come
told
on,
her, I'm like, I think you should do it. Let's get it
All
out the
right,
way.
so how do you vibe about it now?
She's
Do I
32.
need to get you an old English?
No, yeah, I don't need to drown the pain in Old English. But I was kind of surprised because I feel like I can like intellectualize it, and from my perspective, I don't think it should be a big deal. Yeah. But then after she actually did it, I'm not gonna lie, I did feel kind of.
So, why do men find signs of promiscuity in their women so intrinsically off-putting? It's because through 3 million years of hominid evolution, we have only had DNA testing for a little over 80. That means for the remaining 2,999,920 years, all we could rely on in order to ensure that that child in your womb is ours is what evolutionary psychologists refer to as mate guarding. And for those women and soy boys who are going to be all over the comments talking about, oh, we're not cavemen anymore, blah, blah, blah. Look, granted, fine. Yes, we have iPhones and airplanes. But that does not take away from the fact that we're still running a 3 million-year-old software. And until you come to peace with that fact and learn how it works so you can work alongside it and not against it, we will always find ourselves having these circular arguments. It's the same software, for example, that makes women rank 6 feet tall, broad-shouldered millionaires at the top of the male hierarchy, although we live in a world where they can make their own money, and we have such protection services as the police. Hence why if you're a scrawny bum that plays video games all day, your choices of a potential mate are very limited. But the entitlement has reached such a nauseating level that even a man like Jonah Hill, who by all possible matrix is at the top of the male echelon, even him cannot express any form of preferences, regardless of how politely, in a woman he wants to spend the rest of his life with. Because otherwise, he's met with insult, anger, and vitriol. Ladies, all you're doing is making it harder and harder every day to secure that commitment that you want from us. You have decided to label any and all requests of basic respect and decency for yourself and your partner as misogyny. You say that there are no good men left. But the sad truth is, many of you refuse to rise to the level of being a good woman. And that is why, until further notice, these boys will keep clapping those cheeks and putting you in an Uber because they are providers of transportation to and from a life of dick appointments. Absolutely preposterous.